In the book of Psalms, chapter 17, verse 8, I call on you, my God, for you will answer me. Turn your ear to me and hear my prayer. I grew up in religious environments such as my home, my local churches, and the Catholic schools that I have attended. With this, I was brought up to pray before I sleep, when I wake up, before each meal, and one of my favorite parts of the routine, praying the rosary. I am Alessandra Reyes, a Filipino and a Roman Catholic, and my cultural artifact that I have today is the rosary. Faith is a big part of the Filipino culture. Majority of the Filipino population practices Catholicism. That, in fact, according to Bernardo Brown and Michael Camden's article for the Diplomat website entitled Catholicism Overlooked Importance in Asia, published on the 4th of February of 2022. The Philippines population is 83% Catholic today. This makes the Philippines the major Asian country that practices Catholicism. Prayer is incorporated in Filipinos' routine, and one of the main prayers that we pray is the rosary. The rosary can be prayed at any time of the day or night, but is usually prayed before Mass or a time when there is quiet. Usually, a family gathers in front of their home altars and pray the rosary together. Today, I will be sharing with you the history of the rosary, what the rosary means to me, and how the rosary is used within my culture as a Filipino and a Roman Catholic. In the belief of Christianity, there are a lot of instances wherein holy people show up to believers' dreams and visions, like when Angel Gabriel appeared and announced Mary's pregnancy amidst being a virgin, as well as when the said angel appeared in Joseph's dream and told him to name Mary's child Jesus. Like the origin of the history, according to Father William Saunders' article for the Eternal World Television Network website entitled The History of the Rosary, accessed on the 3rd of August of 2022, it is believed that Mary appeared in St. Dominic's vision, telling him to preach the use of the rosary. From then on, he preached about it on a missionary work among the Albigensians. He used the rosary to convert sinners and to bring back those who had strayed from their faith. It gained popularity in the 1500s and was granted a feast day by Pope St. Pius V. Today, the Feast of the Holy Rosary is celebrated on the 7th of October. Some may think that praying the rosary seems like a long time and it may seem unnecessarily redundant, but for me, I love praying the rosary. I love how it brings our family together and spend some time reflecting. When the rosary is being prayed, we don't only reflect on our faith, but also the history of our faith, as each mystery of the Holy Rosary is associated with a particular event in history. Christians are able to learn historical and meaningful events that have contributed to the strength of our faith. For example, on Mondays and Saturdays, we dwell upon the joyful mysteries, which are the Annunciation, the Visitation, the birth of Jesus, the presentation of Jesus in the temple, and the fighting of Jesus in the temple. The rosary itself is meaningful to me, as I don't only use it to pray. I have rosary beads hung up in the car, rosary necklaces and bracelets, and small rosary beads in my wallet or in my pocket. It symbolizes my faith and how its strength can shield me from any harm or negative thoughts or feelings. I also consider it as my lucky charm, as I usually pray when I get nervous or doubtful about myself, about a test or an interview. The rosary not only strengthens my faith, but it also empowers myself as a person. It also serves as a reminder to always do good and to never forget the good in other people. Like what I have mentioned, it does take some time to pray the rosary. The rosary starts with the sign of the cross, and with the Apostles' Creed, then the Lord's Prayer, Hail Mary, three Hail Marys, and then one Glory Be. From then on, it is divided in 5 mysteries, and then depending on the day of the week, every Mondays and Saturdays, the joyful mysteries are dwelt upon. On Tuesdays and Fridays, it is for the sorrowful mysteries. The glorious mysteries are for Wednesdays and Sundays, and the luminous mysteries are for Thursdays. Each mystery involves one Lord's Prayer, 10 Hail Marys, and one Glory Be, and then one Fatima prayer. This step is repeated 5 times for each mystery. The rosary ends with the recitation of Hail Holy Queen and with the sign of the cross. In the Filipino culture, as a sign of respect after praying, we take our elders' hand and place them on the back of our hand to our foreheads. We call this action a bless. Today, I shared the historical significance of the rosary, how much I value praying the rosary, and the rosary beads itself, and how we use the rosary in our culture as Filipino Catholics. We all have different beliefs, and in my culture, strengthening our faith is one of our top priorities. Growing up and coming from Catholic schools, our spiritual health is also part of our holistic health. With this, the rosary is my strength, and I believe that, in the words of Helen Keller, faith is the strength by which a shattered world shall emerge into light. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed learning about my culture.